Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, March 13. The Ministry of Education is reiterating that schools should not be closed without its prior approval. The warning comes as teachers across the island called in sick for the second day in protest of government's wage offer for a 16% increase over 4 years. On Monday, the ministry reported that 75 of the 466 schools checked only had classes in the morning, while others remained open until the end of the normal school day. By our checks, at most schools, classes were limited or not held as teachers stayed home. The Education Ministry says it has received reports of some teachers and principals telling students that there would be no school on Tuesday, while our information suggests that the industrial action will continue into Wednesday. In response, the Education Ministry is asserting that any such closures would be in breach of its instructions. At the same time, the ministry today deployed additional personnel to support the schools. This support includes regional response teams comprising officers from the ministry, select tertiary institutions, secondary school student bodies, and the National Parent Teachers Association. Finance Minister Audley Shaw says government is on track to close the 2017-18 fiscal year with a national debt-to-GDP ratio of 105%. Minister Shaw says the figure is now below 111%, coming from a high of 147% in 2012-2013. While opening the budget debate on Thursday, the finance minister said the reduction partly resulted from government's adoption of the IMF's definition of public debt. The program, he insisted, would yield massive reduction in years to come.
We are well on track to bring the ratio down to at least 60% of GDP by the year 25-26 fiscal year. We remain disciplined in our debt reduction strategy, and we have kept our commitment in that regard.
According to Minister Shaw, government was also able to lower the cost of its national debt in the local market, with GOJ Treasury bills yielding 3.6% in February.
In January of this year, we auctioned $23 billion in 3-year Treasury bills that resulted in an average yield of just 5.3%. And this included bids as low as 3.2%.
The distribution of 15 kilometers of pole line extensions and wiring of 870 houses will be completed within the 2018-19 fiscal year by National Energy Solutions Limited, NESOL. $656 million has been set aside to carry out the work. NESOL will also provide rural householders with affordable access to electricity and renewable energy solutions. It will also provide electrical engineering services to government and private sector entities and assist in the government's energy conservation activities. The money will also allow the Electricity Division to conduct 35,000 inspections throughout the year to ensure all electrical safety standards are being met. Meanwhile, 15 schools will get the help needed to manage their energy consumption. The schools are participating in the Jamaica Public Service Foundation Energy Club.
I want you to use this opportunity not only to be part of a club to satisfy your extracurricular requirement, but more importantly to be ambassadors of change. Because you are the ones that will influence the future of this country.
Dr. Wheatley said the JPS Foundation's initiative was in line with the government's drive to raise the level of awareness about energy efficiency and conservation among young persons. And finally, policemen and women trained to handle domestic violence cases are urged to become ambassadors for ending incidents in the society. The call comes from National Security State Minister Pernell Charles Jr. He was speaking at the conclusion of a domestic violence training session on Thursday.
This training is the start. It must serve as a catalyst for us to continue the discussion. I expect to see you in your churches. I expect to see you in your children's schools. I expect to see you at the community centers. I expect to see you teaching JDF and DCS and other members from the fire brigade, because this is not a police issue. It's a Jamaica issue.
The state minister says the culture of accepting domestic violence must end, as it contributes to other problems in the society.
If we're able to do so, I'm telling you, we will not only reduce our murder rate, which happens to be the indicator for all people in this country, but we will reduce those roots, the causes of the violence. on the crime.
Through the training, the JCF is aiming to have a point person in each police station who is able to interrupt domestic violence incidents at the community level. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.